Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the news from SABA satellite channel from Arab. Here are tonight's top stories.
President Al-Alimi chairs government meeting to support recovery efforts, regular salary payments and service delivery.
World Bank approves $285 million funding package for Yemen.
A forum held in Marib called for unified response to regional threats and media coordination.
Welcome back. President Dr. Rashad Al-Alimi chaired a high-level government meeting to review the implementation of key reform measures and assess efforts to improve salary payments, electricity services, and economic recovery. The meeting brought together senior government officials, including the Prime Minister, Central Bank Governor, and members of the government's economic team, who presented updates on financial and economic performance, governance reforms, and measures to strengthen state institutions. Officials welcomed the World Bank Group's approval of a new partnership framework for Yemen and a $285 million financing package, describing it as a sign of growing international confidence in government institutions and the reform agenda. The meeting also praised Saudi Arabia's continued support for Yemen, including the new $150 million fuel grant to help operate power stations. President Al-Alimi said the success of economic reforms should be measured by regular salary payments, improved living conditions, reliable public services, and stronger state capacity. The government approved measures to address the energy crisis, secure fuel supplies to Aden, increase electricity generation, improve revenue collection, strengthen cooperation with the private sector, and enhance transparency and anti-corruption efforts.
President Al-Alimi has sent a congratulatory message to King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden on the occasion of the country's National Day. On behalf of the Presidential Leadership Council and the Yemeni government, President Al-Alimi extended his sincere congratulations to the Swedish monarch and wished him good health and happiness. The President also conveyed his best wishes to the government and people of Sweden for continued progress and prosperity. President Al-Alimi expressed hope for further growth and development and bilateral relations between Yemen and Sweden across various fields.
Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Shaya Zindani has congratulated Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen on the formation of her new government. In a cable of congratulations, Zindani extended his best wishes to Frederiksen and her cabinet, expressing hope for their success in leading the new government. He also reaffirmed his commitment to strengthen cooperation and further advancing bilateral relations between Yemen and Denmark. Zindani praised Denmark's support for Yemen and its people, particularly its backing for efforts aimed at restoring state institutions and supporting stability in the country. The Prime Minister expressed his hope for continued collaboration between the two friendly nations in the period ahead.
Yemen has strongly condemned what it described as Iranian attacks targeting the Kingdom of Bahrain and the State of Kuwait, calling them blatant violations of the two countries' sovereignty, security, and stability. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the attacks, which included missile and drone strikes against Kuwait and attacks targeting Bahrain, represent a dangerous escalation and reflect what described as Iran's continued efforts to destabilize the region through direct attacks, missiles, drones, and the use of armed groups and militias. The ministry warned that such actions undermine efforts to reduce tensions, threaten regional and international peace and security, and pose risk to the safety, air, and maritime navigation. Yemen reaffirmed its full solidarity with Bahrain and Kuwait, expressing support for all measures taken by the two countries to safeguard their security, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the safety of their citizens. The minister stressed that the security and stability of Bahrain and Kuwait are integral to the security of the region as a whole and called on the international community to take a firm and decisive stance against what is described as Iranian aggression and actions that threaten regional and international peace and security.
Yemen's ambassador to the United States, Jamila Raja, met with Robert Palladino of the U.S. State Department's Bureau of Near Eastern Affairs to discuss ways to strengthen bilateral relations and expand cooperation between the two countries. The talks covered regional developments and issues of mutual interest, as well as progress made by the Yemeni government in a number of key areas despite ongoing challenges. Ambassador Raja highlighted recent government achievements and efforts to address pressing political and economic issues. Both sides underscored the importance of continued coordination and consultation, stressing the need to deepen cooperation in support of shared interests. They also emphasized the role of bilateral engagement in promoting security and stability, addressing regional and international challenges.
The World Bank Group has approved a new country partnership framework for Yemen covering the 2026-2030 fiscal years, alongside 4-year or new operations worth a combined $285 million. The framework, titled Better Livelihoods and More Jobs in Fragile Settings, outlines the World Bank's strategy for supporting Yemen over the next 5 years. It focuses on improving nutrition, expanding access to electricity, and supporting agriculture, aquaculture, and fisheries. The approved funding includes $94 million for health, nutrition, water, and sanitation services, $153.6 million for water management and irrigation projects, $21 million to restore urban services and infrastructure, and $20 million to strengthen public institutions and governance systems. According to the World Bank, the new framework places greater emphasis on investing in Yemen institutions, local businesses, and national implementation systems to support sustainable recovery and economic resilience. Officials said the partnership will also promote women's participation in the economy and expand access to essential services, financing, and livelihood operations.
Participants at a discussion forum in Marib have called for stronger coordination between research institutions, media organizations, and decision makers to address threats to regional security and stability. The forum, titled Deconstructing the Narrative of Iranian Attacks on Saudi Arabia, the Gulf States, and the Region, organized by the Tehama Center for Studies and Development in partnership with SABA Satellite Channel, emphasized the need for more specialized studies and research to monitor and analyze Iranian policies and their impact on regional security. Participants also stressed the importance of raising public and media awareness about cross-border projects and activities that threaten state sovereignty and regional stability. Speaking at this opening session, Shura Council Deputy Speaker Abdullah Abu Ghaith highlighted the importance of intellectual forums in promoting awareness and strategic and security challenges facing the region and providing a platform for exchanging ideas on regional and international issues. Meanwhile, head of SABA Satellite Channel Sector Khalid Aliyan underscored the importance of partnerships between media outlets, research centers, and academic institutions to produce professional content that supports public understanding of national and regional security issues.
The Saudi-backed Massam demining project has removed nearly 10,000 landmines and exploded ordnance and improvised explosive devices from Midi district in Yemen's Hajj province since the start of its operations there. According to the project's media office, demining teams have cleared more than 3 million square meters of contaminated land as part of ongoing efforts to improve safety and restore stability in war-affected communities. The project aims to reduce the threats posed by landmines and explosive remnants of war, enabling residents to safely return to their homes, farms, and daily activities. Residents in Midi district or in Midi have praised Massam's efforts, saying the clearance operations have helped protect lives, improving life conditions, and support local economic activity by reopening previously harassed area. The project continues its humanitarian work across Yemen to remove explosive threats and facilitate recovery in affected regions.
That was the news bulletin from SABA Satellite Channel from Marib. Thank you for watching and have a good time.
Have a good time.